Okay, so sorry, but I'm not actually really done. There's actually more series I just found in my notebook from this year that I read, and I forgot about these series, so here they are. So this series, it starts off with a book called Birthmarked, and this series is by Cara O'Brien, and the series, in sequential order, it goes Birthmarked, Prized, then Promised. So it's a trilogy. So basically it's about this girl who lives in this society that is totally corrupt. Like, inside this enclosed area is basically the wealthy, and then outside of the wall is like the poor and the working class. So it's really corrupt and not fair at all. But basically it's her, and she's trying to fix this society, and obviously she falls in love with this guy. You know the drill. Yeah, it's classical, but not classical, because it's the second and third books are basically they escape this society and find different societies out of their society. Yeah, it's really good. You should read it. Okay, this next series starts off with Shiver, and it is by Maggie Stiefvater. Shiver. So again, it's a trilogy. It goes Shiver, then Linger, then Forever. Sorry, I'm looking at my notebook. Yeah. So basically this trilogy is about this girl who got attacked by like wolves or werewolves when she was little, and then since then she's been kind of obsessed with them. It's kind of weird. But there's this one wolf in particular who had showed her mercy when she was being attacked. Yeah, it's not really the guy you want to go for, but he's a werewolf, and she falls in love with him when he's a wolf. He has these yellow eyes, and she's really fascinated by him. And then she meets him when he's in human form. And then they fall in love, and then she's trying to find a cure, or they both are trying to find a cure for him to stay human. So it's a really cute love story, and I really love how they incorporated the wolves, because, I don't know, I really like animals, so the fact that they put in wolves and the description of the wolves just made it really visual for me, and I really loved that. Okay, so the next book on my list is called 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. So this book is basically about this girl, Claire, who committed suicide, sadly, but before she dies, she sends out all these tapes to all these different people, and on the tapes are describing to the different people, basically telling them how they are the reasons why she committed suicide. It's really sad and emotional. It's a really great book. You should definitely read it. Okay, so this next series is also a trilogy. It goes Entice, In Blaze, and Endless. So it's kind of like Hush Hush, you know, Fallen Angels and stuff, except it's a little bit different because it's not like a war. It's more like, well, I guess it is, but it's smaller. It's not like an all-out war between all of them. You know, it's a little war. So it's really interesting, though, because there's romance, obviously, and then it's the clash of the different races of angels, and I found it really fascinating. I really like that idea of the angels, you know. I really like that fantasy, you know. I really love that. Yeah. Okay, so this series is called Delirium, and it's also a trilogy. It's written by Lauren Oliver, and this trilogy goes Delirium, Pandemonium, and then Requiem. So it's basically about this girl named Lena who lives in this society where they believe, or it's basically America, but it's in the future, and they believe that love is a disease. So basically when you're like 16, I think, you get a cure which is injected in you. So Lena believes really strongly in the cure until she falls in love, and then she has to run away from the society. So it's that story and their journey, her and this guy Alex, the boy she falls in love with. So it's a really captivating, action-packed romance book. I really loved it. Okay, so this next book isn't a series. It's actually just one book, but it's by the famously acclaimed author Nicholas Sparks, so it's obviously going to make you cry. Okay, so this book is called The Last Song. You may have seen the movie, you know, with Miley Cyrus in it. She's not like twerking and stuff, you know. No, she's not like that in this movie. Okay, she's normal. It's a really sad book. It's about this girl, her parents are divorced, and she really hates her dad for some reason. I don't know. She's kind of like goth and distant, you know, that teenage rebel. She's a lot like that. So she goes, and her mom makes her basically stay with her dad for the summer, her and her little brother. And she learns to love her dad and this boy she meets there. And it's a really emotional love story between family and boyfriends. Okay, now in this last book called My Sister's Keeper, this girl and her little sister, or this girl has cancer, and her little sister was conceived solely for the purpose of keeping her sister alive. So to be like a bone marrow donor, you know, lymphocyte donor, you know, stuff like that. And the younger sister then decides that she's going to file a lawsuit for the rights to her body. Because her parents never really gave her an option. I mean, she never said no, but her parents never really gave her the option to say no, to donate to her sister. So whenever her sister's in the hospital, everybody's worried about her. But nobody really notices that she's in the hospital risking her life to save her sister too. So it's really sad. There's a movie they made out of it, although the movie is a lot different from the book. So I suggest you read the book as well as the movie, just so you know that the book is different. Hope the society fixes society, you know, the population, it's weird. I messed up. Okay, so this next series is also a trilogy. It goes Entice, Endless, no,